The All About Nothing podcast may have content and language that is not appropriate for some. Listener discretion is advised. Recorded live from GOT Sound Studio in Lexington, South Carolina. This is the All About Nothing podcast with Barrett Gruber, Trent Clark, me, the most attractive host, that king.
All right, welcome everybody back to another episode of the All About Nothing podcast, a show that doesn't deny the existence of extraterrestrials, but thinks the aluminum foil hats are probably a little unnecessary.
I think they're great.
I love them.
I am Barrett Gruber, joined by Zach King and Trent and Clark. Welcome.
That's me.
Good week so far?
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I got over a stomach bug. That's a plus.
Yeah. How are you feeling now?
I'm good.
Well, we're gonna keep you at the other end of the table.
Yeah, damn. Closer to me, right?
Is plastic wrap necessary?
He's in Bubble Boy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just make sure, please subscribe to the show. Subscriptions drive our searches. That's how we get new listeners. Also, please also consider supporting us financially by visiting our patreon.com/theallaboutnothing. That's important, because although, to be completely honest with you, the patrons that have paid, I have literally done nothing with the money that comes into that every single month. So we could potentially buy a pizza.
A luncheon. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Also, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts and you think we're worth it, go ahead and give us one of those 5-star reviews. If you're not on Apple Podcasts, please give us one of those thumbs up or however. Just share the episode with your friends, that sort of thing. And if you're listening to us or you're watching this on YouTube, half of the people that watch us on YouTube have not subscribed. So subscribe, seriously, and then hit the notification bell, because if you do, then ultimately you'll know when new episodes come out, and it won't be you won't have to go searching for it. You've already found it.
Like, it would be nice for you to like that you see us.
Yeah.
And for us to see that you like us.
I mean, some people just probably want to hear our voice, man. Maybe we got the ASMR voices. Right?
To be fair to all those on YouTube, if you just want to turn it off,
I can't speak for everybody.
Listen to us. I get that too.
Yeah.
I don't ever watch us. I just listen to us unless something funny like it gets too hot in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, you got to bring people to the. You got to make them come. You got to make them come. You know what I'm saying?
You and Ron Jeremy both say that.
Yeah. Do have a couple shout outs. Big thanks, Tim Brand, funeral home director at Thompson Funeral Home here in Lexington, for visiting with us last week.
Yeah.
He actually took off Sunday. He is in Greece. He's going to Egypt and Greece. I guess it's a vacation or
this
something.
Man,
but
he did every other word out of his mouth surprises me.
Oh man, I was completely floored. And then
he's an undertaker who rides a bike. Who's now in Greece. That goes to the Liberty University.
Yeah,
that has also been a police officer. Like, dude is eclectic to say the least.
Yeah. I was in here with him Saturday morning for him to record that episode that he had to record for his class.
Nice.
And that went well.
Good.
And I liked Tim.
Yeah.
Tim's good.
Tim
to have
cool,
around.
man. He gave us some very good stories. I think he almost got Zach to believe in ghosts for a little bit. I think he's pretty close.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Guy Pierce on Facebook said that, and I'm quoting, "These guys are good and funny." So I told him that he earned a shout out.
Who said that?
Guy Pierce.
Thank you, Guy.
It was on somebody else shared it. I think it was Matt. I think Matt Villardo actually shared something, and then Guy acknowledged it. So thanks, Guy.
You know who Guy Pierce is, right? He played the original.
I said Guy. This is Gary Pierce.
Okay.
Pierce.
Come on, get the man right if he deserves a shout out, man.
Gary Pierce. Sorry, Gary.
Yeah,
that's my bad.
When you said Guy Pierce, I'm like, Guy Pierce. He's the one who played the original. Who's the bad guy from Iron Man 2?
Oh, you're talking about which one?
He put the stuff and made super soldiers. At the beginning
Iron Man 2.
It might have been 3.
It was the Christmas one. Iron Man 3. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he's the bad guy in that. Guy Pierce is the guy with
I know who Guy. Yeah. I remember Guy Pierce.
Guy Pierce is awesome, but this is Gary. Thank you, Gary, for thinking we're funny.
Yeah, Gary, thank you, Pri.
And it's not all just looks.
Yeah. No, a lot of it is though.
On this part.
I don't know if you guys follow it. Have you all seen Wednesday on
Gabrielle watched the whole thing.
I've seen one episode. I haven't really got into it.
Thought it was good.
I watched it in my periphery.
I thought it was great. I enjoyed watching it. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It was good.
Is this an ad for Wednesday?
Not necessarily.
Well, while we're always shouting these out, also is Lovecraft Country
Yeah, Lovecraft Country was really good.
And I'm like 2 years behind on that. But
and Mary Kingstown. If you're not watching Mary Kingstown, man, that show is fantastic. Anyway, Jenna Ortega, star of the Netflix smash Wednesday, is going to host Saturday Night Live in March. So this will be her first time hosting it.
I have nothing against the girl, but there are some dudes out there simping for this chick.
Oh, yeah. They say she's the next best. They said basically Selena Gomez is out the way now.
Wow.
Yeah, she's taking the spot for Selena.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah. So we did lose a couple stars since the last recording. Richard Belzer passed away. And Richard Belzer, of course, stand-up comedian, actor, best known for his role as Detective John Munch in Law and Order.
Wish I had that. Dum, dum,
he was also in He was also in Scarface, X-Files.
He was in Scarface.
A lot of other things. But he passed away Sunday in France, age of 78.
He's also the Fonz's cousin.
Is he?
In real life, yeah.
He's Henry Winkler's
cousin.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Also, we lost Raquel Welch.
Oh, man.
She was 82, I want to say, I think.
I feel like I should know Raquel Welch, and I know the name, but I can't recall.
She
off the
was
top of my head.
heartthrob. I mean, just absolutely one of the most attractive women that was on in movies like
100 years ago.
Yes, well, close, but yeah, she passed away. So
Gone too soon.
Update on the UFOs, and this is going to potentially upset some people, but the Pentagon announced this week that they have called off all searches for objects shot down over the Arctic Sea near Dead Horse, Alaska, as well as the searches for the objects that was downed over Lake Huron. So they are claiming that there was no security threat with these objects.
Okay, man. Okay, let's really get down to the nitty gritty, man. The one they shot down in Myrtle Beach, right? That missile to shoot down that one balloon.
A little bit overkill.
400,000, right?
A little overkill, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he could have flown through the damn thing.
Yeah, like, you don't think that 400,000 could have been like the search and rescue team to find the balloon?
Let me get this straight. We're willing to risk a $30 million, or how much is this? $2 billion jet F-35,
basically.
It's not
Raptor.
good for fighting. You might as well fly it into
true.
the balloon.
Yeah. So, but apparently because
he couldn't just shoot like instead of missiles, like don't they got regular like
machine guns? I thought the same thing too.
It should have been moving slow enough. If they're flying, if they go up that high, I think like machine guns.
I told you the Marine Corps has a Harrier version that can hover. They may not trust it because again,
like on Pepsi, like dude.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it's like the Harrier jet. It can actually hover. I told Barrett they should have just hovered by it and had a guy with like a knife just reach over and start poking at it.
There you go. Quick, no oxygen, but yeah.
He's got his K-bar out. Just start stabbing at the balloon.
But yeah, so
he's got the mask. He's cool. He's good.
That's a reach.
He just holds the pilot's hand real quick. He's like, I'm gonna have to lean. Don't let go.
Or throw a whole bunch of thumbtacks at it or something, you know? Hey, anything could have worked.
They had the bullets.
Ninja stars? Like
the bullets, I think I would have been more in favor of ninja stars. You think so? Our pilots are flying
a helicopter with a ninja star. Just throw that. Okay, and it's that's less than 400,000.
I have a feeling
you got to get the budget right, man.
All right, airman. Do you have your ninja star? Sir, yes, sir.
That's a top pocket right there.
You gotta have that in the top pocket. You got to be right here.
I will say, I think. Part of the
ninja star.
It would have been cheaper than the missile.
I'm still not over the ninja star.
I think they called off the search because they didn't find anything, and I still suspect if it had
BS, man.
If it had anything to do with artificial or extraterrestrial life or whatever, I really have to believe that they didn't shoot down the one over Alaska.
No,
it submerged itself.
They just had to tell us stuff, man, to be like.
That's the problem, though. They told us, and then they said they couldn't find it. Yeah. You didn't have to fucking tell us.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we only seen the one. We didn't. There's no other pictures of the other things that have been shot down. Yeah. So it's
why did they tell us?
They're telling us that because they're letting us feel safe that they're catching stuff with this new aperture. So now
now that the camera's in focus,
everything's good. Now they're kicking evereveryting out the air.
The radar aperture.
Now that we have it on Doppler level, Ben Tanner's been telling us he's seeing stuff all the time.
Thought it was rain.
There's a big ass snowball coming. I don't even.
Shout out to you, Nana.
Where was she at? Lake Murray or
I think Chapin? It was deep. It was deep in the country. I think it was deep.
Also, update on the East Palestine train derailment. So speculation about the cleanup may have been less about the environmental concern and more about just reopening the line. Norfolk Southern is traffic's flowing.
We have another one coming that won't blow up this time.
Yeah, that same shipment has to get over there to wherever it was going, so it has to come through somewhere else.
Yeah, the dirt and debris that was collected will be taken to some special landfill to deal with that deals in hazardous material and
just
whatnot.
a regular landfill.
You know that
special.
Yeah, we still do that. Like, what do we do? It's dangerous. So I put it in the ground.
Yeah.
What do you guys pour it in the ocean?
Yeah. Our options are limited.
That's what they do with guns.
Yeah,
they
right.
dump them in the ocean.
Or ships. I didn't even know that somebody told me like old ships they sink them compared to blowing them up or using the scrap.
It's called scuttling.
Yeah,
they scuttle the ship.
Yeah,
but yeah, and sometimes it's for that, but it also sometimes it's just like
it gives habitat to the
real
animals.
Deep
is
down
what they
there.
say.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. There's ships right now. I just saw an article on it from I Love Science. I fucking love science. But there's ghost ships that are unmanned that are just literally floating out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
Okay, so that actually brings up another television show, 1923. It's a Yellowstone spinoff, but it's fantastic too.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 1918, which is the
I did see 1918.
Oh, that was the movie that looks like it's a. You're talking about 1918. That's the one, the war movie that looks like it's just one constant camera.
No, that's a good. Maybe I'm saying the name wrong. It's the one where they're on a boat. We tried to watch it. It's like a haunted boat, kind of like Ghost Ship.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you ever watched that.
I remember Ghost Ship. Yeah, that was a good movie.
And that was a floating unmanned boat.
Yeah.
You're not getting any. If I was in the Navy, I'd be like, send a SEAL team. We'll clear it out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not getting on that one.
So apparently, when asked, the CEO of Norfolk Southern was asked, "Well, where's this debris? Where's all this hazardous material going to be taken to?" He didn't know. He didn't have any idea.
He's like, it's not my job. You remember where they buried all this super regular Nintendo ET cartridges when you couldn't beat the game in Nevada? Yeah, we're burying it beside that.
That's funny.
Which that was an urban legend that ended up being true, that they did bury all those copies.
Yeah.
And they only more recently found them.
Crazy.
The constant blowing on those.
You get stuck in the little pit and you can't get out.
What better place than Nevada?
Yeah.
The Grand Canyon.
You're pretty close.
Except for you get in trouble if you bury stuff in there.
Correct, man. Yeah. Everybody says that's where the lost sea of Atlantis is.
Is the Grand Canyon?
That's what that's a
conspiracy. We'll have to get into that. Residents and businesses within 15 miles of the derailment have been advised that any permeable surfaces in their homes need to be disposed of, as the chemicals they have been exposed to will never, and I repeat, never actually completely be free of them. Permeable couches, rugs, mattresses, drywall, clothing, asphalt, towels, pillows, concrete.
Virginia Southern is the thing.
Norfolk Southern.
Guess what you're going to do? Write me a big fucking check, and I'm just moving.
Yeah.
Well, that's technically what has to happen.
$1,000 per household is the current offer to residents of Norfolk Southern from Norfolk Southern as an inconvenience payment.
That doesn't buy you a couch.
Well, so
that might not even buy you groceries for the week.
Officials have also claimed that the water is safe to drink now, even though we've seen videos on Instagram and TikTok of where people have
poured
made
their creamer
coffee, poured cream, and it fizzles.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
You just light the house on fire and fucking move, and if it burns down somebody else's house, you're like, I did you a favor.
Yeah,
you're right.
And this isn't the end. There will be criminal and lawsuits against Norfolk Southern to come.
It's gonna be like BP,
both criminal and civil lawsuits.
Oh man, I'd sue them into the ground.
So here's an interesting statistic that I was listening to the news and they were talking about. They said that there's an estimate that the town of East Palestine will likely lose 95% of its residents within the next 5 years and will be a complete ghost town within 15.
Maybe that's exactly what they wanted.
Our own little Chernobyl.
It's only 50 miles from Pittsburgh.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of goddamn land. I think that's probably what they wanted.
Potential. I mean,
Pittsburgh, you can't fit but so many people in Pittsburgh anymore. Like it's packed.
It's full.
It's packed.
It's going to be like Chernobyl, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's basically going to be an area that people can't live or do anything around.
No elephant foot and
what they need to do is just get the
ghost
clear the train tracks. Like make sure there's no more trains that can come through that area anymore.
They're cleaning. No, they're still going to use that.
Exactly. See, that's the thing.
Do y'all want an update on Alec Baldwin?
Oh, I already know this.
Yeah,
I saw Baldwin, how many kids he had.
I got a real before you even read that question. Who's going to get the most time? Is it going to be Alex Murdaugh or Alec Baldwin?
Oh, that's a good question.
He might get off.
There's a possibility.
I don't follow it because I think it's dumb.
No, if you cannot not follow up because it's on every channel.
I don't follow it at all.
Alec Murdaugh, I believe either he killed his wife and his son, or someone else did it, and he's the one that has to take the blame because he owed money all over the place.
Y'all can talk about it. I just have no dog in this fight because I know nothing.
I'm gonna give you an example. His son got up there and basically was helping him out. Was on his side. The only surviving son left. He's helping him out, and
What's
then
his
also
name, Buddy or Buster or something.
Buster, I think, something like that. And then like a gun,
Buddy or Buster.
A gun person that came up there and was talking about like how the gunshots was like basically the person that shot the mom was like 5'2".
Yeah,
and the dad is like 6'2".
I honestly, because it was done with shotgun, right?
Correct.
I think it was just off the hip. I don't think necessarily it was somebody 5'2" aiming down. I think that it was a hip
low
shot.
Ones?
Yeah.
People should not kill people.
But what's the motivation? Like, what's the motivation to kill his wife and his son? Like, they
hired some mobbed up dude with mob ties, and like
that's what I have to assume. But like, that doesn't. It
reminds me of Ozark.
Get you a check.
That doesn't get you out. It might get you a life insurance check, but it doesn't get you out of the fact that you still owe whoever it is all this money.
I mean, the
mom, yeah, but he didn't get. I don't think he got any insurance out of it. I mean, because it was
he can't
immediately
get insurance right now.
Yeah, until they proved that it wasn't him.
He has to. They literally
like commit suicide and
you know he's got an insurance policy on his son already, so that's gonna come if he beats all this. He's getting both insurance policies paid to him.
Yeah, if he beats it. I don't know that he's gonna.
I'm saying, bro.
I mean,
this is South Carolina.
You're right, and he's got.
He's a lawyer in South Carolina.
Not only that, but he's also got ties all the way up to the governor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
what's crazy is perception is reality. Period. There's gonna be so many people who are like that motherfucker.
Well, who did
it? When OJ got off,
of course,
they were like that motherfucker.
Yeah, but OJ did such an exhaustive search for the actual killer. Sorry.
And then he wrote a book saying, if I did this is how I would do it.
He basically, yeah, exactly. He basically
I'm a criminal mastermind, okay? I wouldn't have let the glove didn't even fit. We all saw it.
Alec Baldwin, he is going to face charges, but he will face reduced charges as in the accidental shooting death of Helyna Hutchins. He was going to be charged under the new law, which went into effect in 2022, New Mexico law that had gone into effect after the shooting occurred on the set of the movie Rust in 2021. But because the shooting actually occurred before the law went into effect, they're reducing the charge.
There was no law to break at the time.
Right. He would have potentially been sentenced to 5 years in jail as a result of the firearm enhancement penalty in 2022. Reduced charges could be punishable at 18 months in jail and $5,000 fine. Involuntary manslaughter charge brought were unintentional negligence resulting in the death of an individual. That's basically what the charge was.
I just don't understand how that they're trying to bring somebody to justice when all indications is it was an accident.
Yeah, but there were
negligence. Is what they're trying to pin on him.
So essentially, the idea is that it was still within his responsibility to make sure to check the gun.
He's a producer.
It was in the responsibility of the firearms safety specialist to make sure that there was no live rounds in it.
In trouble.
And they're in trouble too.
Yeah, they are in trouble.
From all I've heard from multiple different interviews of prop masters and stuff like that, that the actor isn't supposed to do shit with that gun.
But he's the producer. It's different. It does kind of matter because you're the producer of the set.
It would matter if he had any hand in hiring and making sure.
He probably did have a hand in hiring everybody that's at the place. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
But most of the time, producer's a tag that you just get.
Not when he's actually in the movie.
Yes, it is.
Not really, man.
Well,
like, if you're producing the movie,
you played Grand Theft Auto 5. You made Michael a producer.
That's not the same.
He's like, how would you like to see your name in lights, Michael?
Yes, ultimately, I think that he, as a producer, because the movie itself is going to be sued as well in civil lawsuits. I think he will ultimately be responsible. But civil lawsuits don't put you in jail.
Well, I thought didn't they already do the civil stuff already?
There's currently civil lawsuits that have been filed against Baldwin, the producers, for Rust by Hutchins' mother, father, and sister, who are all being supported by Helyna, as they live in Ukraine. So like money she was earning was being
going
sent
home.
back to them. Yeah, being sent back to them.
Well, the least he could do is go over there and reprise his role as Jack Ryan and rescue their family.
We have a Jack Ryan. We don't need another Jack Ryan.
He was Jack Ryan.
He was Jack Ryan once.
And Hunt for Red October.
He was Jack Ryan once. We now have Jack
Harrison Ford, the guy we're just talking about,
Alec Baldwin,
and John Krasinski.
Chris Pine, Ben Affleck.
Chris Pine was.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot because that was awful.
Yeah, it was terrible. That was kind of like the one-off Bond movie where
Timothy Dalton.
No, wasn't Timothy. After Sean.
The
what's
one
his name?
guy. I'll get his name. It's right there.
He just died.
I know his name.
Yeah, Sean from Scotland. Crap. What?
Not Sean
Did
Connery.
he die?
Sean Connery.
In real life?
Sean Connery did a bunch of James Bond movies, and then they replaced him. And he paid for it. He was a producer, executive producer on it, director, whatever. But
George Lazenby is the one that
Lazenby.
Let me see the picture.
He played one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's him. That's who I remember.
Yeah, but Sean Connery did a one-off James Bond movie
That wasn't real.
It doesn't count as part of the series.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about like a one-off actor because that's what it is. That George Lazenby only played Bond one time.
I think it's Lazenby. Is it Lazenby?
Because he played Jim Jeffries' dad in his sitcom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I've
Well,
heard Jim Jeffries say his name.
oh, so yeah, essentially, I don't. Alec Baldwin as Jack Ryan. I guess
Hunt for Red October
was a good
awesome.
movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But I like Kaczynski as Jack Ryan. Like that series is fantastic.
Harrison Ford is the best.
Jack Ryan.
Yes, especially whenever he Clear and Present Danger when he's in Ireland.
Can Harrison Ford really keep doing stuff like?
I'm asking for Alec Baldwin to go rescue the Ukrainians.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's like Nikki Haley and out of his prime, but
He'll be in Clear and Present Danger. He's like, come here, I'm here to rescue you.
I think
You're the guy from 30
We
Rock?
gotta get some new actors, man. Gotta get some new actors out here.
You were
man.
in Cat in the Hat, right?
I don't think Alec Baldwin could fit in that suit anymore.
Oh my, he was the cat.
I've been
in the hat.
making kids. Yeah.
They should have made it Jim Carrey. It would have been way funnier.
You think Jim Carrey as Cat in the Hat would have been better than
Oh,
Mike
way
Myers?
better. Way
His
better.
brain was already broken from playing the Grinch. And,
Way better.
Andy.
You don't think Mike
Kaufman.
Myers did a good job as the Cat in the Hat?
I think.
I thought he was good.
As good as that weird movie could have been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
that was
you,
a-
but
that was a weird-
Jim Carrey, I feel like is probably one of the best actors as
Let's-
far as like character acting.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't disagree.
Let
He
us-
gets into his character.
Let us all agree that we're very happy we didn't get the Snorlax with a live action Danny DeVito in that orange thing.
Was that coming?
Yeah.
Was that-
No,
that
no,
was-
no.
oh, okay.
Wait, he played the little orange
You're right.
thing.
Yep.
The Snorlax.
Oh yeah.
Can
was
you
in the
imagine the
Lorax,
terror,
right?
nightmare fever dreams?
Yeah.
The Snorlax.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, the Grinch was kind of nightmarish
Yeah, it was
because
Yeah.
of the
Yeah, it was a dark
color
one.
color they had it in and
well, there-
everything.
it was so borderline, but it was hilarious. For
Yeah,
one.
that's
Yeah,
what
it was good.
saved.
But they're making a horror Grinch.
Are they really?
Movie. Yes.
That's cool.
I seen that preview. I didn't think it was real though. I don't even want to say it.
I didn't think that Winnie the Pooh and Piglet murdering crap was going to be real.
Oh, no, that's
Here
real.
we are.
I was gonna say, yeah.
that's
I
real.
Saw,
Yeah.
I saw like
Apparently, it's awful. It got a 4.
I mean, look at
is
this.
it already
They don't
out?
even got
Yeah.
real bears. Like, why didn't you make the person look real?
Oh, they just like put it like a mask on him, and it looks really.
They should have did it like.
I only saw like a
Christopher
script
Robin.
reading of I guess like Pooh standing over Christopher
Yeah.
Robin's corpse.
Who's a bad man now?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. That's weird.
Christopher Robin.
Who I didn't know. So this is a movie that's already out.
Yeah, apparently it just came out, but it is dog shit.
Well, how did Disney let that happen?
What you mean? How did
Hey,
they
I
do
don't
that?
think he's called Pooh.
Yeah, I really don't think.
If he is, he dropped the H, right?
Poe. He's Poe.
It's a bear called Pooh.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find that one.
Does Pooh bear in the woods?
There's a bear poo in the woods.
That was my pun.
Yeah, I caught it.
There we are.
I just had to explain
Well,
it.
since we're talking about weird things, I might as well get to this.
There's nothing better than Barrett ruining a joke.
And Trent's like, since we're talking about weird things, starts
Nah.
like pulling his shirt off.
Nah.
Wait a minute.
I'm not hot anymore,
You
sir.
didn't catch him change shirts before the show?
Oh yeah, I'm prepared for you guys.
I was like, that's a baller move. I was like, I need to be.
All right, now tell me if you believe this now, Zach. This might fuck you up. It says I'm literally crying right now. I just found out my favorite show, SpongeBob, is all about the Matrix. Whole time, the secret Krabby Patty formula was fish. The fish were eating themselves. Plankton was trying to expose it because the fish supposed to be eating chum instead of the fish.
What do you think chum is?
It's the chum bucket. It's fish.
Alkaline food for them. Whole time, Mr. Krabs was the government, and he was just hungry for money.
Okay, so we can agree that Plankton owns the chum bucket, and so he is feeding people fish.
Yeah.
It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, like all over again.
It's fucking crazy.
Mr. Krabs had the Krabby Patty formula.
Which was fish.
No,
Had to have fish in it.
no, that's just somebody who's like too stoned watching.
They're stretching it.
SpongeBob.
Stretching it, man, you know?
I could go with, evil Plankton
Yeah.
sitting there.
Plankton's the one that was always trying to get.
They said
the rest-
Plankton was
Patty formula.
Plankton was like Kanye. He was trying to just expose the real.
You think
Tell
so?
Kanye that.
Yeah.
I want to know
expose the
what the
real.
Krabby Patty formula is. Mr. Krabs got explaining to do. Plankton wasn't wrong.
Plankton wasn't wrong. He really wasn't. If we're being for real, he just wanted people to eat at his
He
restaurant
needs to
too.
share.
Mr. Krabs had a hold on everybody down there. And he
Mr.
just
Krabs
wanted-
is a capitalist, and here's Plankton, just an evil communist.
No, Plankton was like
should share that.
what do they call it? What they was trying to save the jobs.
Whose jobs?
No, during the pandemic, they were calling the people that weren't corporate,
Necessary. Oh, you're talking about like
Essential workers.
essential workers?
not even essential workers, but mom and pop shop.
Mom and
so
pop. Local business.
he was the local business.
What do you think I am, Plankton? I want to know how a lobster comes out a whale.
That's a good question.
I mean, that means he's not the daddy. I think it's
I gotta go eat my Krabby Patties.
Oh my god.
The secret
It
formula.
was a whale that was riding around, seeing Mr. Krabs. Was like, damn, he would make a good daddy.
I want him to jump me.
I don't understand who tried to drown the squirrel.
Yeah. No, she was there for science reasons.
Yeah, that is right.
Oh, okay.
She's from Texas. Sandy.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
We're talking about SpongeBob, the experts over there recording people right now.
Oh Lord, he doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want that.
Yeah, he doesn't want that.
Every day, me and Trent would go over there ready for band practice, and there's Dominique just lounging,
Watching SpongeBob.
watching SpongeBob, drinking Kool-Aid.
I did download.
You can't say just drinking.
He's like, what you guys doing? I was like, you ready? And he'd be like, after this episode.
That poor guy.
What's next, Barrett? Please.
And then Trent would sit down beside him. He's like, I haven't seen this one.
All right. Well, we'll Zach and I discussed this a little bit. The last thing we'll mention before the break. I'm sure everyone has heard. We were told a couple years ago that Bruce Willis was retiring from acting.
Oh yeah.
And then this week,
Sad, very sad.
This week it turns out he actually is. His family announced that he's suffering from dementia.
Yeah.
So his retiring last year was basically because he was suffering from aphasia. So he had difficulty speaking, that sort of thing. If you watch his last movie, which was I think the Night Detective, I think there's a series of them. But even in the trailer, like you could tell in the trailer that he wasn't. They didn't give him much speaking lines,
Right.
So in the trailer, I think he says almost all the lines he says in the entire movie.
Damn.
So Bruce Willis is one of my favorite actors,
And he delivered one of the most, if not the most iconic line of all time of all cinema. Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs. You remember when he's in the
Oh,
air
yeah.
event?
oh yeah,
It's the best. There's a couple good ones in that movie too.
yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, yippee, dude, that might even be better. I mean, yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Yeah, it's I mean, Die Hard, all the Die. I love all the Die Hard movies.
Well, stop, Barrett.
No, even Live and Let Die. Was it Live and Let Die? No,
Die Harder.
Live Free, Die
Oh,
Hard.
it was Die Hard.
Live Free, Die Hard was good. That was the fire sale one.
Yeah, that was the
with
fire
Justin
sale one.
Long.
And Timothy Oliphant.
Yes, that one was good.
Yeah.
After that, the one with the son, that was B movie. Jai Courtney played his son in that one.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I saw that one.
Yeah, and I think there was one more after that.
How many Die Hard movies were there? There were
I
four.
think there's 6.
Oh wow! I'm gonna have to
5 or 6.
I'm at least gonna have to go watch it because I don't remember it.
Don't worry.
I thought I'd seen
Netflix
them
will have them all
I'm a
lined up
fan
for
of
you. Son.
I'm a fan of B movies, but when you're trying to rinse off the template and keep using it, you're just like, okay,
Sure.
Like they did 4 Rockies, and then they're like, all right, fucking Balboa, and they're like, all right, done, 5 Rockies.
Yeah,
And then now they're on
now
the
it's
Creeds.
all the Creeds.
Creeds are awesome.
Yeah, the Creeds are fantastic.
They had to seriously reinvent the wheel.
Well, yeah,
And they did.
I think
And
they
They
should.
did an
successfully.
amazing job. But did we need Rocky 3, 4, 5?
Yeah.
I think we needed Rocky 3. I don't know that we needed.
Balboa.
I don't know that we need Balboa.
The man got cancer and beat it, y'all.
The best thing about Balboa
that's
was
like-
the speech he gives to his son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that's like the what's the other movies he did?
Rambo.
The Rambo movies.
But
But
no one needed Rambo in Afghanistan.
yeah, but I thought the last Rambo movie, the one
those are
that
totally
was
awesome.
those are fantastic.
Should've did
Yeah,
Ram-
I'm walking back a little bit now because he was like, I got technology and I've been doing steroids.
Yeah. Well,
When he
there-
gets on that truck and cranks that
Yeah.
50 cal and he just points it down, which you can't do, but it's still hilarious.
right. No, I'm the scene where they come into the house and all he's got is that knife and he
Yeah, when they're at the ranch.
What did he do? He went from like trachea all the way
down.
down with that knife.
And then
was
like
that-
to the side.
It was definitely a fatality move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they put him in Mortal Kombat too.
Yeah,
Oh,
facts,
did
they
they?
did.
Yeah.
They did.
The
Yeah.
newest Mortal Kombat, he's in it.
I did not know that.
So is the Terminator and RoboCop.
I'm gonna check that out. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back after the break. This is the All About Nothing podcast.
Hey, this is Bex, or Not Quite a Wallflower on Instagram and TikTok, saying hi to you from Scotland. And you're listening to Barrett, Zach, and Trent on the All About Nothing podcast.
Welcome back to the All About Nothing podcast. Zach King, Trent Clark, Barrett Gruber. Thank you very much for joining us. Hey, I did want to say I'm really appreciative of you guys being here.
Oh man, thanks.
You too.
It's
We've kept this going. 2 years ago, we were in the last studio for the first time. 2
Yeah,
years ago,
I got
this
that
week.
notification.
Yeah. And now,
it's crazy.
2 years later, we're in this one.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. 5 years ago, last week, it was the first time I was a guest on Barrett.
Oh, that's right.
I was a guest on this podcast.
5 years ago.
5 years
Man.
ago. And then Barrett couldn't get rid of me. And then I brought Trent in. I was like, if I had to suffer, you had to suffer.
And you couldn't get rid of me.
I'll take both. So this week, I guess this week, sort of last week, Dominion is suing Fox News and Fox Corporation or whatever for $1.6 billion for
And they
all of
should.
the nasty crap that they said about them, the Dominion voting machines, all that stuff.
I thought it was something to
Pure conjecture.
Yeah.
ahead, you go.
One of the funny things that came out of that is apparently we learned this week that none of the Fox News hosts ever believed any of the shit that they were spouting.
Nope.
They came out
And
and
how
said,
do we know that, Barrett?
Well, because their text messages were subpoenaed.
Because they said so.
Yeah, because in text messages between them and text messages to like producers of the shows and whatnot, they were telling them some of the excerpts that Tucker Carlson had was specifically talking about the woman, the woman lawyer or
Yeah.
whatever, one of the lawyers on Trump's team
Yep.
said, please get her fired. Another one, seriously, what the fuck? Another one was, it needs to stop tonight. It's measurably hurting the company. The stock price is down. Like ultimately, they knew that what they were putting on the air was completely idiotic and just insane. The fact that Giuliani and these other lawyers would come on and they'd name off of these ridiculous things, and now
Well, doesn't that help them technically?
but that's the thing.
It does technically. Not Fox.
Well,
It
it
hurts
shows-
Fox more because it shows that y'all had an agenda to prove.
Well, exactly.
Well,
And
I
for
guess-
them having the text messages, it's like, look, we never really believed it.
the
that
host.
doesn't the host.
No,
that
but-
doesn't
the
help.
host.
That doesn't help the host.
I can wrap it up. Who it's going to hurt? You remember the cartoon show Inspector Gadget?
Yes.
Yeah.
How the main bad guy, you never saw his face. He just had the
Dr.
cat.
Claw.
Yeah, Dr. Claw. It's going to hurt that guy, whoever that guy is.
Rupert Murdoch.
It's Rupert Murdoch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to hurt
He's got enough money.
Because ultimately the decision
He's got
was
enough money.
and his cousin's in trouble down here. So.
ultimately the decision was rather than report
Are
the
they
news
cousins?
and report facts. No, the names.
That would be crazy if they were cousins.
But ultimately, it will wind up because I think honestly, all the evidence is on television and in YouTube and things like that. I think Dominion's going to win,
They will win.
and I think that they're going to get what they're asking for because
And they're-
$1.6 billion, while that seems like an astronomical amount
That's
to
a
sue somebody
sneeze.
for, Fox News makes that easy.
That's
Are
a
you sure?
sneeze. Yeah,
That's
that's
look,
one Donald
Star
Trump.
Wars was bought for $4 billion, and that's fucking Star Wars.
But Fox Studios got bought for what, 80 billion?
But that contains so much more.
Oh, of course. There's a ton of IP in there. But
Outside of Fox News as its own little entity.
well, Fox News, Fox Sports. I mean, not Fox Sports. Fox News, Fox Business. I think those are the only two entities that really.
I think you can't let them go because you're going to get far worse. Than
Look, man, if they got enough money to pay Tom Brady what they're paying him to be a anchor, they got enough money to pay that.
I still can't believe he's going. He is going
He's taking
from
Greg Olson's spot.
Is he? I thought he was getting. I thought he was going to be behind the desk
From what?
because Olson's a commentator.
Do you
Yeah.
like Olsen?
He's my all-time favorite NFL player.
No,
As a
not
commentator,
as a
though.
commentator.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Okay. No, I don't disagree. I think Romo's really good as
They
a
should've-
I
commentator.
do too. But he almost said the N-word. He almost.
Romo did.
He did play for Dallas.
he was making a.
Oh, I'm sure he threw out a lot of bullets.
And it was like he was like, oh, there's three people that almost.
Wow.
Because there was three people about to make a tackle.
through.
What
are we now?
What are we now?
Tony.
Look at that little squirt through. Oh no, Tony.
That's where the Tony Homo tag came
But yeah,
from.
man, if they got
The
enough-
line.
If they got enough money to pay Tom Brady, they definitely got enough money to deal with this lawsuit.
Well, so and ultimately, I think that's the thing is that because they do have the money and the fact that when there was basically a cease and desist that was put out there to say, hey, this is coming. If you all don't control it, you're going to have to pay out the ass. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, they just kept going. They're still going.
I guess
with
they
it.
were making more money off the ratings, though. You got to think about that.
Well, they're
Like,
selling
oh,
catheter commercials and they're selling
Dude,
My
geriatrics.
Pillows.
tons of My Pillows.
Oh yeah, My Pillows is going crazy in the
Bum your
streets.
pills.
I mean, even when Mike Lindell goes on television, he's still the My Pillow guy.
I know, man. I still can't believe we sat here and watched that damn movie.
Yeah, right.
That movie sucked.
We need to get another one in the tube.
I've got one. My Son Hunter. That's the theatrical version of everything behind Hunter Biden.
It's a movie that should never been made because no one cares what you do to Hunter Biden.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we watch the movie that Kyrie got suspended for?
What did Kyrie get?
What was it? From Negroes to Hebrew or something like that.
I mean, we can put it on the list.
I need to know why this movie was. I mean, they still got it online on Amazon, but I need to know what the fuck the big deal was.
What's Meta World Peace up to?
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Last time I saw him was like
He wasn't at the All-Star game because that sucked.
He didn't change
I
his
heard that
name?
was garbage.
It was
Well,
sucky.
the coverage was terrible.
Well, no one played defense on the All-Star game from what I heard.
Well, yeah, but also at the same time, it's like they didn't even give that much coverage. Like they didn't advertise.
there wasn't much
it.
advertising.
And you got to think about it, this
I
is the
didn't know it
week
was happening
after
until it was
because it's the
happening.
week after the Super Bowl. So you got to think all the advertisers was taken up by the Super Bowl.
And to be honest, the dude what's his name? The white dude who just won the dunk contest.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. The white dude.
I wasn't that impressed. I think I've seen better dunks going around.
I mean,
street shit.
out of those dunks that was
Happening,
there,
yeah.
yes, it was
He
the
was
best
the best at
dunks. But at the same time, somebody asked other people like, well, how do y'all feel about a white boy winning
That's
the
so
dunk
dumb, man.
contest and Black History Month? I'm like, okay, what? What you want me to say?
Step it up, black people.
Like, come on! They said white man can't jump. Clearly, they're proving it right
Woody
here.
Harrelson was out there and they didn't know.
Well,
Wesley Snipes is on the background going,
It was Woody Harrelson.
well, apparently there are text messages between Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson.
Can you imagine that group chat?
Look, I've seen some of the group chat stuff we put in our group chat, but like,
hey, we're not racists.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Sometimes Zach be, when he wants to wear blackface, but we have to talk him out of it.
Jesus Christ. Trent, if you're wearing whiteface, I'm wearing blackface. It's all fair is fair. I'll be
I ain't
DJ
hearing
Lonzo.
nothing else about it.
I'll be Halloween comes around. I'm being DJ Lonzo. You're being me.
I mean, you. Okay.
The Garnet King.
The Garnet King. Sound like the Liver King, but the Garnet King.
Yeah. The rat. What's the Rat King? What was the Pied Piper of Penzance or whatever?
What are you talking about?
The Piper of Penzance.
Yeah. The one that let all the rats and mice.
That was St. Patrick.
Yeah.
No, St. Patrick was snakes.
Oh, was it snakes?
Snakes in Ireland.
Well, I don't know.
It's the Pied Piper, right?
Yeah, the Pied Piper.
Pied Piper, because that's who R. Kelly claimed himself to be.
He's the Pied Piper.
He said he was the Pied Piper of R&B.
He used that Pied Piper to golden shower people. I piss on you.
And if you think about it, it was literally he was literally telling on himself because the Pied Piper he played to not only rats but the kids liked them.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was all about the kids.
Yeah,
You
that's
got to
true.
pay me or these rats are coming to your house.
That's true.
Better than no, it's worse. I was about to say, but there was a roach piper.
Do you think it's at all possible that that Fox News could suffer so poorly that its viewers would potentially go, they were playing us?
No, there's people who show up to Donald Trump rallies thinking he's still
That's
the president.
true.
And also, they
That's
still
true.
got what's that guy? What's the fat guy's name that never played football? I mean, basketball, and always got what's
Big from Robin Big?
Nah, man, it's a fat dude.
He's dead.
I know he's
Damn
dead.
it.
Yeah.
Nah, is it John Weather?
A fat guy who never played basketball?
Well, he played
Well, that would've been
basketball.
me.
Well, he did play basketball, but
Who
he's
was
always
he?
talking junk about players. Man.
Even when I was athletic, I just never was good at basketball.
Y'all know who he is.
takes
He just
physics.
said about that about the
all
single
muscle memory and-
single
muscle
moms
memory
and
and-
everything.
I'm good at hitting people. I could have played hockey. I could play the shit out of hockey.
You got to use your stick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you can whack people with a stick check. But I could skate like a damn. I'm like an eagle on skates, man.
Are you?
Yeah.
I have got to see this.
Let's
Okay,
do
well,
I
look,
wanna see this.
Okay, well, just for y'all to know, regular skates. You talking about ice skating or regular skate?
Ice skating.
You don't do regular skating?
Do I rollerblade?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I did.
Okay, well, it's a
Everyone
skating
has.
ring right up here, up the road from here.
Well, I would get on regular.
No, I'm saying
skates.
they're giving me a night.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they give me one.
Really?
Are we gonna be out there with 12-year-olds?
No. This is adult night.
Okay.
When
I'm not against that.
This
at
is
all.
March 9th.
March
Hey.
9th.
Yeah, so I need to.
I think we're gonna have an all about nothing party.
I think that's what we should do.
that's cool.
Yeah, we just talked about it last week. So
I
That's
grew
cool.
up. You being a child of the 80s and 90s.
I rollerbladed.
You being a child of the mid 90s. Roller rinks is where you went.
I once,
and they
That
got
was your arcade. That
you're
was
gonna
your
love
everything.
this. They got a batting cage in there.
yeah, I know. I heard about that. So I'll just say this, and I don't want to talk about it, but I once broke my mother's wrist rollerblading, playing street hockey.
How did you break your mother's wrist by
I
playing
used to play street
roller
hockey too.
She was in my way,
Oh, you knocked your mother down.
and
Mom
then
got
and then
checked.
I rolled over,
Mom
and then I
got
rolled
checked.
over her hand, her wrist.
Damn, nobody's safe. Your mom, Leonardo DiCaprio, nobody.
Yeah, Barrett just told us he had to show Leonardo DiCaprio the
The
fucking
door.
door.
It was
For being racist.
it was a for being racist. That's not what I said.
Conjecture. For non-willingness.
Being a jerk, just for being a jerk.
So to paint the picture, it was after the worst Romeo and Juliet movie to ever come out.
yeah,
which was-
probably. You know what though? A lot of people love that movie.
I remember having to watch it in like
We
fifth
watched it.
grade.
We watched it. We watched it in school.
And going
Why
like,
did
what
we
the-
watch it in school? Wasn't
You
there
watched
like a
it
sex
too?
scene in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so, yeah.
We watched the original Romeo and Juliet, and only recently, this ties in, only recently did I find out that the girl that was in the 1960s version
Yeah.
and the man, the Romeo and Juliet, are suing the estate of that director because they were
Oh.
both only 15.
Wow.
And we saw their naked parts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
only recently I remember.
So that
like,
was child porn
Yeah.
on the big screen.
Yep.
Well, basically, just set it up. Leonardo DiCaprio came in to promote Romeo and Juliet, and essentially he was the salespeople that set up him to come in because they sold advertising on the station to do it. He was just a real jerk. Like they came in, like they wanted autographs. He wouldn't sign them. So the interview ended about halfway through, and we were me and another guy were asked to show him to the stairs.
Yeah.
And
Let's give it up for Barrett, man.
we
Showing
showed
him the stairs.
we were on the fifth floor. Fifth
floor.
And all of the
This is you, Montague. Get your ass down.
all of the doors. Once
And
you
two
walked into the
Brute.
stairwell,
Capulet for life. Get your ass down the stairs.
once you walked into the stairwell, that was it. You had to go all the way down to the ground floor because you could not open another door
Yeah.
on any other floor. So he had to excuse himself.
So did you watch him walk down each
No,
stairs?
no,
Oh, I would have walked him.
No.
You know what I would have done? I would have closed the door, looked through the window, and matching the gas tank. Boom, boom. Click the lock. Bye, Arnie.
That was
Well, thank you, Barrett, for doing your civil duty.
I can tell you this. I think Kenny Chesney wears really like inflated shoes in the like he's got
Hills?
he-
Like Prince?
Like the dude.
not like Prince, but like lifts.
Yeah, like the dude.
Prince
from,
had lifts.
Did he?
You remember the
I knew
dude?
he had
You remember the
heels,
dude
but-
from the second Boondocks?
Yeah, he would wear full-out heels,
You remember
too.
the dude from the second Boondock Saints who assassinated
Yeah,
the priest?
yeah.
And he had that short
Yes.
size complex,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
his shoe said "Our Little Secret."
Yeah.
and they were the lifts.
Yeah.
he probably wears those. I know he wears those.
Yeah, I just remember we had Kenny Chesney in the studio one time, and he had to like in order to get into the chair because all the chairs were were tall chairs, but I remember him. I think somebody had to help him up into the chair, but he had to. And that
You think he's that small? He's that small?
Hey, dude, he is.
He's
pretty
not,
short, dude.
He's not tall.
Wow.
And he's from Tennessee, so I instantly would be like, I don't like you.
Oh, he must be the only 10 you see, huh?
Oh,
I don't like Tennessee fans.
Wow.
I know he is one.
So just go ahead.
We got to let you know, man. We got to drop this. We got to drop this shameless plug. Zach, you're going to love this. Outer Banks comes back on tonight.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, it does. No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah, it comes. Yeah,
No, it's tonight. It drops tonight, I think.
Tomorrow.
tomorrow's the 23rd.
Oh,
Thursday.
sorry. Friday.
So
Get ready.
It's coming back.
It's coming back, baby.
Good news for everybody that's a fan of Outer Banks. I guarantee that between the three of us, the entire season will have been watched before the next.
Oh,
recording.
100%.
Oh, my God.
And if they're still shooting in Charleston, South Carolina, I'm wondering why I wasn't an extra.
Me and Trent are such OBX simps. It is so. That show is so just guilty pleasure.
It's
I'm
very
definitely
simple.
a pogue.
It's very.
I'm a pogue.
It's a very simple.
What
show.
are you, Bear? You a pogue?
What are the other ones? The rich kids.
Oh, what are they?
I mean, I'm not one, but I
it's-
just can't remember the name.
God damn it.
I can't remember.
I'm such a pogue. I don't even.
Yeah. I don't even know the other one.
Oh, God. I'll have to find it out. Keep
Yeah,
going.
just keep going, man.
But
But
I
you're
enjoy
all
it.
caught up, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
watched the last one with the giant golden cross. And
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
You finished season 2?
yeah.
Yeah,
we all
good.
talked about the camera getting wet and him saying it's ruined. I was like, bro, come
Yeah, and I'm like, no, it's not.
on.
It's really not.
That's fine. You picked it up instantly.
Yeah,
Like,
it's okay.
It was good.
I got to get out of here. This is a 1930s camera.
Have all y'all seen you?
I have not watched you.
I've seen the new season is where he's in Europe.
I'm so pissed off.
I haven't watched
He's
the first
in,
season.
He's in. I guess Brexit happened.
I'm not
he's
even
in
gonna
the
say
UK
it.
now.
Not gonna say it.
It's not as
I'm
good.
They split it up, man.
Yes, they broke it in half.
They broke it up. So like this,
yeah.
the next season is like only 4 or 5 episodes, and then it cuts.
Have you watched that '90s show at all?
I watched
The
all
new
of it.
one?
Yeah,
Nah.
I thought it took about.
Kooks, man. It's
Kooks.
Pogues and Kooks.
Kooks.
Yeah.
Are you
Kooks.
a pogue or a kook?
No, I'd be a pogue.
You're a pogue?
Yeah.
That's the John Boat rocking, center console knocking,
Yeah.
homeboys.
Weed smoking,
That was, dude.
Corona drinking.
I worked on Lake Murray
Stay
as
off my
a marine,
boat.
doing
Yeah.
marine construction. Man, that's all. I'm all pogue.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I was a pool boy, so I know I'm a pogue.
He's a pogue.
That's fair.
I think that's what the one dude did too
Yep.
in that show. He was a pool boy.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it. When I caught up on the second season, I thought it was really good, and the third season I think is potentially gonna be.
I think
What
it's gonna
was
be
funny
great.
is they took from the Outer Banks to UNC.
Yeah.
They took a ferry
Yeah.
Well,
facts.
you'd have to.
directly.
No, not directly.
Yeah, it was a direct.
Not directly. But yeah, you
Right there.
Thank God we're in Chapel Hill.
yeah, no, you would from the Outer Banks, depending on where you're at in the
Yeah.
Outer Banks. If you're on the south end, yeah, you have to take a ferry.
And
over
if
to the
they
mainland.
lose the treasure again in this third season, I'm really gonna be pissed.
well, it's got to be
Like,
a different treasure.
No, it
'cause
has
every
to be
time-
the same one.
Well,
Oh,
see,
because the dad's back.
yeah.
The dad is still alive.
That's
Oh
right.
my God. He's like the damn dude at the end of Terminator 2. Like, die.
That was the
He still
cliffhanger
got-
at the
he
end of
still got-
season 2, right?
He still got all the gold, and he still got the golden cross because the cross fell back down.
Yep.
So wait, he's got the golden
He's
cross.
got the golden
He's
cross,
got
and he
all the
has
cards.
Oh,
everything.
that's right.
But I'm gonna still
That's
rewatch
right.
the last 3 episodes just to
Just
That's a
to
good
fill
idea.
you in.
prime it up.
Yeah,
That's a
man.
good idea.
Because we started watching the one with Christina Applegate and the girl from Freaks and Geeks. I can't remember. It's where she murdered her husband gets killed because that girl hit her husband with her other husband and then she ends up killing her husband. It's called This Is Us. No, it's not This Is Us. It's
Yeah, that
Damn.
one's already titled.
oh, shit. It's on Netflix. It's a big one. It's a
One of
big
us?
one. No.
No, that's a Jewish thing.
Well,
It's the Christina Applegate is in it.
One of us is about people leaving the Jewish community
have you guys
in like
watched?
New York.
Have you guys watched Justified?
All of it, yeah.
No, I haven't.
You watched all of Justified?
Yep.
Yeah.
Boyd Crowder's one of my favorite villains.
Oh,
of all
for
time.
sure. So there's a limited series reboot for Justified coming out with Timothy Olyphant playing. He's going to be playing Raylan Givens again, but it is going to be from the book
Dead to Me.
City Primeval, or is another one of Elmore Leonard's books that he wrote. And I've read it. It's okay. It's not a great book, and I think part of the reason why, I read it because they said the TV series was going to come out. It's based on the book, but they're replacing the main detective guy with whose last name is Raymond they're replacing Raylan Givens is going to be playing that character, and so I'm excited that
So they're still keeping Timothy Oliphant.
Timothy Oliphant will be playing Raylan Givens
I love that. Me and my dad used to sit in his shop and just watch Justified.
every
Man,
week.
man.
Every week that show
Well,
would come on.
We had to play catch up, so I think I went out to Walmart and bought like the first 3 seasons or whatever.
we would have
In the $5 box.
No, they were still like 20 something.
Baller.
we would literally
It was that good.
I know.
come Wednesday morning, we would literally have conference calls where we would talk about Justified from the night before.
That's where I'm at with Last of Us, but everybody at where I work is just a bunch of plebes. They don't. We're watching Yellowstone. I'm like, get the fuck out.
Last of Us was fantastic this week. I thought it was really good.
It was very good. Oh my god, yeah, because they did a pivotal scene from the game where she's like, "I'm not your daughter." And he's like,
Yeah.
I know you're not. And she goes, everybody leaves me or dies. And he goes, you know nothing of loss.
Yeah.
I still get chills from that too because Joel had to go. Joel was a bad man before because after he lost his daughter, he's like, I have nothing to lose.
Yeah,
He took his Timmy with him.
Tommy,
I mean, and just did what they had. Tommy didn't want to have to go do all that and has his own life. The woman being pregnant in the show, that doesn't happen in the game either, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the black chick, she's the one who gets pregnant, his wife. She's from True Blood.
Yeah.
On HBO.
Yeah.
So it was weird not seeing that Creole accent or whatever come out of her, the Cajun.
I liked John Oliver, of course, his show came back this week, and he was talking about his ratings, or he was making some reference to the fact that people watch his show, but it's only because of the excellent premiering episodes of shows that come on before his. So like before it was Game of Thrones, then it was, and now it's Last of Us, and it was House of Dragon.
The reason why the news has so much good ratings because they're right after all they used to be all right.
Well, you turn that off. Well, you turn that off.
Yeah.
Right? But John Oliver is fantastic.
Yeah.
I recently resaw the clip where he always talked about Adam Driver doing violent / sexual things to him. And then Adam Driver calls in. He's like, what are you doing, John? You need to stop. You remember that, Barrett?
Yeah.
He's like, is it violence? Is it sexual? I don't know. I've told you. You told me to stomp on your grapes. What is this?
If y'all really want to laugh, y'all should watch Full Swing. That's about the PGA Tour and people going to the LIV Golf. Like, how do y'all feel about that?
I don't care. Go ahead.
Well,
it's about a lot of rich golfers complaining about how they don't get paid from the PGA if they're not in the top 60.
Well, you have to be with
you got to be in the top 60.
You have
do
to
better.
Worldwide.
But LIV Golf is actually paying people just to show up.
And
yeah, but LIV Golf.
You don't
is
think Tiger Woods should get a check if he shows up to the PGA Tour because a lot more people are coming to the PGA Tour because Tiger Woods is going to be there.
It's not deeper. If you're a golfer and you're a pro golfer and you have basically. You've been competing in the PGA for however long, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I want to get paid more, so I'm going to go LIV. I think the PGA they have all the right in the world to say you can't play in the PGA anymore.
Fine, don't.
You are no longer considered an American athlete for the PGA.
But that's crazy only because they don't have a set boundary of what they get paid.
The Saudis are responsible for 9/11.
That's the crux of it.
And Bill George Bush too. But
the assassination of the journalist who spoke out against the prince.
Yeah, and could
I mean basically the shirt I'm wearing right now, right?
You are wearing a Qatar.
I am wearing the shirt. But what I'm saying is
I don't know that you could wear that shirt in Qatar.
Probably not.
I think it's more likely you'd probably be lynched.
Probably not. But look. But what I'm saying is I don't think the PGA Tour should really exclude them out. Only because it's like, what is that proving? What is that proving?
Sure, it's the old man club.
The PGA is called one of the things in South Carolina is called the Masters, and we don't even want to know how that name got to the PGA.
Well, the whole reason,
if we're being for real, we want to talk about what's right and wrong.
Right? So, when they do the Masters, it's like the most coveted event in all of golf, right?
Why is it the most coveted?
And the championship, yeah.
But because of tradition, right? And when they bring it in, you just hear him go and here we are. Augusta, Georgia, the Masters, the 9th green. Okay, you can all that shit.
You can still do that and still let those same golfers play at other places.
Now you got Barstool Sports fans coming up and
But what are you going to say?
In this joint.
But what are you going to say when? Yeah, they're about the Saudis about to buy a football.
LIV
they're about to buy a football team.
LIV lets fans. They're about to buy WWE.
Yeah. okay.
What are y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna just stop watching WWE's? That's not about to happen.
Start watching.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is not on my.
The money would go up.
Trent's like, y'all are SmackDown fans, Raw.
Oh, I definitely used to be a Raw.
Oh,
fan.
dude,
back in the day,
let's not get into
like the core, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, The Rock, like the originals. You know what I mean?
Stone Cold was my boy. The Rock was good. I didn't like The Rock when he first came out. I just thought he's loud.
Undertaker.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? Gold Dust.
I will just say this.
I was a Sting when it came to WCW.
I have an issue with the LIV Golf, whatever it is. It's not a tournament. They have
their group. It's
the
their
group.
PGA.
I have an issue with it because what they've basically found is, so golf is popular around the world. All right, they have found, because the PGA only plays in the States. I think the LIV, they have figured out that because there are golf resorts all over the world, that they can take these tournaments too, but they're not. They're trying to hit up mostly the ones here in the States.
Yeah. But it's some of them. I think the first LIV tournament, I think they had it in the full swing was in like England or something.
Sure,
or something like that. It was
and I'm perfectly fine with them doing it wherever, as long as it's not.
I just don't understand them saying you can't do, like, Tiger has to walk away from $700 million only because of what y'all think.
Well,
they're offering Tiger Woods $700 million just to show up.
And what do you think he's?
You don't think the PGA Tour should be paying Tiger Woods $700 million just to show up?
I don't think Tiger Woods has any issue with making money. First of all, the PGA is not. It isn't.
That's
just
his son's problem.
The PGA.
His son's definitely gonna play for LIV.
The PGA pays out the winners.
I'm telling you.
They pay out the winners. So if you want to get the payout, you have to be one of the winners.
Correct, but say you got a bad day. And now you don't get paid.
I think we're arguing on different things, because I understand the PGA system where they're like, you have to be top in the world.
Yeah.
Within the top 60 or whatever it is to come play for us.
And if you're last place, you get like $30,000. So
that's prestige. So go, and if you're good enough, go rock all of PGA's tour.
Yeah.
And then when you decide that you're not making enough money, go to LIV. And if they want to say, well, if you're on the LIV tour,
now you can't go back to PGA.
But if you're on the LIV tour, you're not even paying. You're not being paid for your performance. You're being paid to show up. Tiger Woods shows up. He doesn't have to play. He doesn't have to play. He doesn't have to play well. And
he could use a golf cart, and he wants one. Or he should. He doesn't want one, but he should have one.
He definitely should have one.
His only problem is walking everywhere.
Do we need Tiger Woods behind the wheel of any vehicles?
That's kind of crazy. The PGA doesn't allow them to have golf carts.
But there's an exception that can be taken in the PGA for him to have a golf cart. It's a medical exception that you're allowed to, but he won't take it because he's like, well, fuck no.
And LIV Golf, you're pulling up in Bentley golf carts.
Lambos.
Like they literally got Bentley golf carts that they go.
Because Saudis.
But the LIV tournament isn't paying any of the players based on their performance. It's not paying any of the players based on the money that's being made off of the tournament. It's purely being paid on oil money.
Well, then,
I mean, this is just the Saudis paying people to show up.
I think this is the explosion, and once it settles, they're going to restructure it a little bit.
Probably.
Yeah, I think they got to let people in.
Well, what's going to happen is the whole organization is going to wind up being infiltrated by some of these former PGA players and things like that. And you're either going to be able to change it and make it so it's more like a payout based on performance rather than payout based on fame.
So let's say you're like Dustin Johnson.
To me, it just doesn't seem like a legitimate group. It doesn't seem like a legitimate sport. It just doesn't feel that way.
Well, then don't act like the principal PGA and be like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of the same way how when you play for the NFL, you can't go play
for the XFL.
Well, for sure you can't do that, but you can't even go play like a rec league with your
football game.
boys.
Yeah, you're right.
Steve Smith did that, hurt his hand, and he got in so much fucking trouble.
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
Like all that kind of crap.
But the PGA doesn't care about that. They don't care if you go play golf.
But that's
for
like
somebody else. You just can't go play golf.
They're putting on the facade of I'm such a good guy.
We used to do celebrity.
Correct, and they need to stop.
we would do celebrity softball tournaments, and we could not in Atlanta. We could not get any of the Braves to play unless they were already retired. The only we had Stone Cold Steve Austin, we had Goldberg play, but we couldn't. You couldn't get like actual athletes to play that were currently playing because they have contracts. They're not allowed to do it.
Plus, you don't want. I mean, shit.
You don't want them to get hurt.
Players in college opt out of bowl games just to be like, I might be a 4th round pick.
Correct.
Like so, it's like.
But the PGA, they're not under. That's what I'm saying. Like the PGA, they're not under contract technically. They even have to play in.
Yeah.
to even get into the PGA. So it shouldn't be like they got a hold on people because they're not really signed to the PGA.
Who are you having the biggest problem with?
PGA.
I'm having the biggest problem with the PGA not letting people play in LIV and play there.
Yeah,
like because I just don't feel like
it's weak.
You gotta let people make their
personal.
money.
Yeah,
and
it's personal. That's
and
what
if you
it
watch the documentary like Full Swing, it was one of the guy that wears all the crazy pants. I'm not sure of his name.
Oh,
but
John.
he wears like all the crazy pants, but he was basically saying like, "This is about my future. Like my kids are still."
You talking about the old guy with big white beard? White
He
hair?
doesn't have
John
big white
Daly.
beard. No.
You're not talking about John Daly. That's what I'm talking
he used to have like the crazy red streaks in his hair and stuff like that. But if you watch it, you'll see.
I understand golf.
But
from
basically,
the radio,
it's like he's got like kids, and he's like, "Yeah, I have to make the best decision for my kids. If I have a bad game at the PGA Tour, and now I can't pay my rent, I can't. I got this $30 million house that I got. You know what I mean? Like,
well, be better at your account.
Yeah. I mean,
and your sponsors are where you're going to make the money.
That's
right?
That's exactly where they make all the money.
That's like basketball and baseball.
That's your money.
That's like top tier athletes that get these huge signing bonuses, and then they turn out not to be any good. And then they've given all their money to their family and friends, and they bought these giant houses and all these cars. And it's like in the NFL, they literally put them through financial classes to say, "Don't be stupid. Don't blow your money."
I'll tell you what's funny is like you see, like I'm gonna shout him out. Legit Streetcars. There's a YouTube channel where this guy started out in Chicago, works on stuff. You see, he at times he's at least had 2 residuals of NFL stars who went out and pimped out like a 2002 Mercedes like E55 AMG Mercedes.
Trying to race it.
Well, no, just pimped it out like custom paint job, air system, suspension, like all this kind of shit. Dude, you pop off 15, 20 years later, he's got the damn car. And the dude ain't playing in the NFL. And, like, he wasn't playing in the NFL 2 years after that car was done.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of funny, the residual of it, because nothing's going to last like that. You know what I mean?
Correct. That's why I'm like, yo, PGA, y'all have to know that some of these players aren't getting paid.
I will also say this.
How many people would stay if you could just use a golf cart?
I will say this also for the PGA.
I don't think that's.
I will say this,
and part of it being like how rad your golf cart is when you come up. Like
that'd be dope as fuck. Like
if
Tiger actually had tiger stripes on the side of his golf cart.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I will just say
Swedish flag, pill popping shit.
I will just say this. I think the PGA needs to be better about the golfers that are coming through. Like you don't see you see 1 or 2 every year that you have like younger golfers that come up through the system, but then you still have Nicholson and you have Tiger Woods out there, and you have all of these old golfers.
Nicholson, I thought he went to LIV.
Yeah, Phil went. He was one of
he went to LIV. Yeah, but that's
one of the first ones.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe LIV should just be like the retirement golf. That should be the one for the Tiger Woods.
Well, that's what they're saying.
The guys that are too old.
That's exactly what they're saying in the documentary. If y'all watch it, like,
and I'm saying I think Tiger Woods should probably go ahead and retire and move on.
Yeah, and get that $700 million. But I know Tiger still wants to play for PGA.
I think Tiger needs to go. I think Tiger needs to go full bore into it.
I do
and
too.
Get the bionic spine.
And why didn't neither
like
one of y'all
Batman
tell
when Bane
me
broke his back.
about the waste management opening? Like how crazy that is.
Oh,
waste management opening.
Yeah, waste
Oh
management.
my God.
They
It's
sponsored
like-
that LIV tour.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
restructured the whole course.
Yeah.
to
It's
hold everybody.
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
like
You
if
had
somebody
Barstool there.
like hole 16. Like if you make
Yeah,
a shot,
16.
like throw beer
Beer
at
and-
the
yeah.
at the
Yeah.
hole. Like
Yeah, I
I'm
did
like,
see
yo,
that.
this is crazy.
The Scots who invented the game would love that shit.
Yeah, probably would.
Oh my God! Back when golf came around, yelling back.
We got to go to the waste management tour opening or whatever that shit's called, man, because that shit is
As
a
soon as
party.
you do our Patreon and that you like this podcast, you can help us get there.
That's
Get
right.
there.
That's right. We'll take a microphone to it. They
Oh.
won't get onto us.
We'll
Nah,
take cameras, microphones,
We
everything.
can take anything.
People walking around without shirts on.
Facts.
I'll be the caddy. What do you want to use, sir? He's like a 9 wood. I'm like, I don't know. Is that the one with the 9 on it?
There was a 9 wood.
I did learn some things
7
though.
iron, 8 iron, 9 iron, 3 iron. I know a putter and I know a driver. You have like 5.
That documentary was very good because I can't remember who said it. I think maybe Rory said it, but he was basically like, one day you should practice with your even clubs and one day you should practice with your odd clubs, just so you can feel the difference in different clubs. I'm like,
Sure.
I never thought about that.
All I know is me and Barrett went through Grand Theft Auto's golf course a couple times.
Crushed it. Crushed it.
How many Eagles, baby?
Live to
How many Eagles?
I don't know.
Not a one. Not a single one.
I think we got some good birdies.
Par is now spelled with 3 R's.
Par.
We did mulligans. You want to go back? Yeah, let's go back first. And you can drive the golf cart on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
All right. Well, I think that's probably going to do it for this episode.
I feel like one day we need to do like a Joe Rogan style and have a 3-hour podcast because we could do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we need somebody here to talk to.
Oh, we need a
3-hour podcast.
You know what? We should do a fundraiser for some charity and have guests just rotate.
Yeah.
And have it live and be like, donate to Alzheimer's, donate
Yeah,
to
we can do that.
whichever, and have guests just kind of flow through, and we'll pull a 24-hour podcast or a 12-hour podcast.
Should we get back on Facebook Live?
Those are all.
Should we try that again?
If we do that, we should totally.
Yeah, Facebook
totally.
will work.
That's one of those things. Actually, I've had thoughts about
You've
doing
had
for
it
like
too?
what's the transitions down in Colombia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Doing outreach with transitions.
Let's do some Planned Parenthood stuff. Really piss off some people.
Oh yeah. They deal with
that would not
meats.
do it. That would
Why
not,
does that guy have a gun? You're not a guest. You're not a guest.
That wouldn't do it for our audience. They wouldn't piss off our audience, but it would piss off some of the other people that would potentially
use
closet
our
listeners.
The ones that got Weaver.
Exactly. Ellen, you're perfectly welcome to.
Yeah, you have to show up now since you used our fucking podcast to win your fucking nomination.
You dirty, dirty dog.
All right, that'll do it.
Thank you, Nick the Geek, engineer and producer, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. Check out details on how you can utilize his talent and production expertise at gotsoundstudio.com. Thanks to Muff the Producer. Follow him on Instagram at Muff the Producer. Thanks to Trent Clark, aka DJ Lonzo, currently serving as the house DJ at the main course in Columbia, South Carolina. Make sure to go by and have a good time. You can contact Trent for all your entertainment needs. Trent at theallaboutnothing.com and on Instagram at TheRealDJLonzo. On Twitter at DJ Lonzo Top 5. You can also phone him 803-262-7982. If you enjoy the show, consider becoming a patron by visiting our website and clicking at the link at the top of the browser that will take you to our Patreon page. You can find details on how you can become a supporter, or you can check out benefits there and just consider a donation so that we can continue to bring you this nonsense. We enjoy doing it. We enjoy you enjoying it. As always, you can follow us on Facebook. Just search for All About Nothing US, on Twitter and Instagram at AAN_pod, or you can find links to all of our social media and available podcast platforms by visiting theallaboutnothing.com. If you'd like to be heard on the show, you may call and leave us a message, 803-672-0533. If the time between these episodes is too far apart, you can fill that time by checking out some of our partner podcasts. Zach and I host What the Pod Was That with Carrie Simmons. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com for links and details. Carrie and Chrissy host Status Macabre. You can find details at statusmacabre.com. Ami Bland takes a deep dive down the rabbit hole in episodes of Welcome to Wonderland, available on all of your podcast listening platforms. As well, you should check out our own DJ Lonzo's Top 5, hosted by Trent Clark, available on most of your podcast listening platforms.
Thank you guys for joining us this week. Everybody, you all stay safe and
Have a week.
This The All About Nothing podcast is recorded live from the GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. The All About Nothing podcast is produced and engineered by Nick the Geek, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. To support the show, please visit theallaboutnothing.com for links to social media, merchandise, and more. Become a patron of the show by following the Patreon link at the top of our page. The All About Nothing podcast is an entertainment product of Barrett Gruber. Special thanks to Zach King, Trent Clark, Muff the Producer, Nick the Geek, and you, our listeners. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. If you're on YouTube, please hit the like button and the notification bell. Thank you for listening.
The All About Nothing podcast is a part of the GOT Podcast Network and a product of Barrett Gruber Entertainment and Media.